reality is present with perfect clarity. It's completely clear that experience is present. It's right here. That is obvious and self-verifying. It's absolutely present, with no murkiness, with no doubt, with no unclarity. Um, and yet, exactly what is present, on the other hand, is very confusing. There are so many dimensions of experience that are displayed, that are present in this experience. Dimensions of senses and extrasensory experience, dimensions of self and other, dimensions of personality, dimensions of impersonality, dimensions of thought, dimensions of non-thought, dimensions of emotion, dimensions of experiential moods and textures and qualities, subtle flavors that we have no name for. We don't have a description for them because our language is oriented more around material and sensory experience and less around the richness and subtlety of the full spectrum of what experiential qualities can be present. All of these dimensions, and the attention is drifting, floating around in these dimensions, more or less fluidly. There'll be a sensory awareness, and then a thought, and then a memory, and then a fantasy, and then an emotion, and I mean, not necessarily sequentially, but all of these dimensions are just sort of present. And exactly what is present in any of these dimensions has a fuzziness to it, has a vagueness, has an unresolvability, an impossibility of printing it down precisely as to exactly what it is, exactly how it is. Experience of any quality comes through uniquely, and you will never have experience of a similar quality exactly the same way again. Even sensory objects, the way something strikes you one moment, it strikes you a different way the next moment or the next day, the way you relate to a room or a tool that you're using or something like that has a uniqueness to it, and a subtlety and a slipperiness to it that is apparent. And all of this appears with the absolute clarity, the absolute certainty of presence. This strange paradox of the absolute clarity of presence, and then there are these radiant qualities, all these experiential qualities with their vagueness and their infinity and their infinite dimensions of quality. And yet this is reality. This is how it presents itself, how it interfaces with itself as your experience. And this is the totality of what it is. This is what it's like. This is what is happening. Yoga consists of noticing. Excuse me. Yoga consists of noticing this, of recognizing the way that this is so, as experience, as this actual present phenomena, this totality that is here, that we call experience. And to notice that this experience is the actuality that is the basis of all of our ideas of our world, ourselves, our body, our lives. All of that is extrapolated from the raw presence, the undeniable actuality of this experience that is here. And all of these theories of ourselves and our life and our body and our environment and our connections, socially and otherwise, are all hypotheses, they're all theories that are extrapolations of, based upon the information of, and the configurations of this experience. But we're very used to looking at these theories, and we're much less used to looking at the experience itself, which is the actuality that is the basis for these interpretations. And of course, the actuality is undeniably real. The theories may or may not be accurate. And of course, they never are absolutely accurate. They're never absolutely precise. Whereas this presence of experience is precisely real, totally real, is exactly the way that it is. And noticing the way that this is the path of yoga, is the path of discovery of reality, the reality of what this is, the reality of what you are. And this, of course, is done simply by investigating, noticing, investigating, recognizing this experiential presence that, of course, is there's a soul fact that is right here.